Well, you know, for a guy that puts trouble on the chalkboard every week and is just constantly telling us we've got to worry about the Muslim Brotherhood and about EMP and all the other issues that you've carried, you know, we live in some pretty crazy times, don't we?
We do, and I think they're about to get more crazy. I mean, you would be better on this than I would, but if we don't turn to God, we are in real trouble, because the things that we are doing to the economy are, today I was really struck with how reminiscent they are on all of the policies that caused the Great Depression. You know, everywhere else in the world, it was just the Depression. But here we just started experimenting with things. And it caused the Great Depression, caused it to go on for more than a decade. And I have a feeling we could be very close to losing a whole generation if we don't free up the people and free up the actual free market and stop picking winners and losers and experimenting with the economy.
You know, we did that. The Great New Deal was a terrible deal. And Burton Folsom, I guess from Hillsdale College, wrote a book. I was just looking at it last night. You know, it's a powerful book, tells us all the mistakes that we made. And we're making mistakes now, and we don't even realize it. We just had Mitzi Perdue on the show, and she talked about the ag industry and how we're literally destroying it because everybody thinks they get their food from a supermarket or a grocery store. They have no idea a farmer has to produce that food.
Mm-hmm. I think we lost a lot when we lost the ag nature of this country. You know, we were all farmers for a while, and once we disconnected from the farm. I mean, I have a ranch and we raise about 100 head of cattle, and it's interesting being a city person, my adult life, to come back to a farm and watch it now through my children's eyes. Everything makes sense, and you see the circle of life, and you see, you know, how life really works, how it's created, how it dies, what you need, and it's just it's a great equalizer. You know, farmers are different because they know they can do everything, but if it's you know, God's will, or if the nature just you know, decides to provide lots of rain, all of their best work is washed out, and they don't look to anybody else. They realize that their neighbors are going to have to help, and they're going to have to help their neighbors, because if they go down this year, maybe their neighbor goes down next year, and if the neighbor's not helping, you know, then they're not going to be helped the next year. And it provides a community that we have completely lost.
But it's a community of those that are individualists that believe in liberty versus the other type of community. You know, we just did a contrast. One media titan, Mike Bloomberg, you know, the former mayor, he says it doesn't take that much gray matter to be a farmer. You poke a hole in the ground, you drop a seed in, you put dirt over it, and you water it. Contrasted with another media titan, one of my heroes, the great Paul Harvey, who says, and God made a farmer.